Hi everyone, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here. So I'm sorry about the mess. Oh my goodness, if you could see the rest of this desk, it is a mess. I've literally just sat and put the camera on because, well, as the title suggests, the day has just been a disaster. In fact, I've had 2 disastrous days. And it's only Tuesday. How does that even happen? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to just put the camera on. I'm not going to fuss and faff about like I normally do and get everything ready, and more often than not end up taking so long that I don't get the video done. Because I really just want to get this journal finished because I really have enjoyed making the ephemera. And I just thought, I'm going to come on, put my camera on and tell you guys about what do you do? What do I do when the day has become a disaster? Some days you just can't get your mind to focus on the things that you want to do, and I don't know, I just sometimes feel that in order to craft and to create something that's really lovely and beautiful, you've got to be able to you know, think and focus and feel positive, I suppose, about what you're doing. And it's hard sometimes to feel like that when it doesn't feel like anything's going right, isn't it? Do you find that? I know I feel like that. I don't know. I feel at the moment, I'm going to be a bit honest, my channel, I feel a bit disheartened perhaps. I haven't been able to create content and videos recently as much as I would have liked to have. Life got quite busy for a while. In the summer, things got quite crazy. We had a lot of things going on personally, and I just didn't get the chance or the opportunity really to do many videos. And as a result, my views have dropped. I don't get many comments on my videos anymore. I'm not even quite sure who's watching any longer, because if you're not getting that feedback, you know, it's hard to know if the content that you're putting out is of interest to people, maybe. And I'm also getting somebody, and I don't know who it is, obviously, but I'm getting a steady thumbs down from someone. So pretty much like every video I put out, I get this, you know, thumbs down from somebody. So yeah, that can be quite disheartening too. So I'm not going to sit here and play a violin or anything and feel really sorry for myself, but yeah, it's just been, you know, well, yeah, the last 2 days have just been disastrous. In fact, you know what, I'm going to tell you about my last 2 days, because I don't know, I might not make another video after today. It's just, I don't know, the day's just crazy, and every day just changes, and it's just, I know, priorities just change. I really love my crafting. I love creating journals, I love creating digis, I love running the Facebook group, but when people are not responding, nobody's taking part with anything, you just think, oh, am I just doing it all wrong? So I don't know, this is an opportunity for you to tell me, am I doing it all wrong? Am I missing something? Is there something that you would want me to be doing that I'm not? Is there something you'd like me to be covering videos on that I'm not? Whoever it is who keeps giving me a thumbs down, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. But I would just really appreciate some feedback, because I don't know if you understand how YouTube works, but you have to work at it, and not just the content creators, that's me, but you guys too. So when you watch videos, we need you to engage. I need you to leave a comment. I need you to leave me a thumbs up, preferably, because if you don't engage, YouTube doesn't then recommend my video, and it doesn't then get shared anyway. It just goes to those people. Mainly, you've probably picked it up either because you've been very kind and you've subscribed to my channel and clicked the bell, or because I've perhaps put it on the Facebook group and you've followed the link from there. But if you are not engaging with the channel, and then you then don't put something on there, you know, as in like feedback, YouTube will think, oh, well, that must be a naff video, so we won't bother sharing that on. Whereas if you watch somebody's video and then you respond to it, either by putting a thumbs up or leaving a comment, you know, and I know everybody's busy, but it doesn't have to be a long comment, just a emoticon would be something, you know, just some kind of feedback for the person that's, you know, put all the time and effort into creating the content for you. Just some kind of feedback, and then YouTube will take that then, and they'll think, oh, right, well, this person's obviously turning something good out, we'll recommend that video on, and then we'll encourage other people to watch it. So, you know, it's a bit of a two-way thing. I'm bringing something to you, and I need you to kind of do your bit too. Otherwise, I will just disappear. And I think that's kind of like what's been happening. And of course, I've been so busy most of this year running the collaboration events for, you know, to help the other channels pick up and to bring some new people into the fold. And because it takes so much time and effort to organise the collaborations, I myself then don't always have time to create my own content. So very often we'll do collaboration and I don't post much during that time because I'm usually shattered from all of the organisation, and that's absolutely fine. But since I've done the last one, I just find that my own views then have just dropped and dropped and dropped. So it's been a little bit disheartening really, and it doesn't make me feel like I then want to do any more. Which is a shame, because I love helping other channels. I love bringing you know, new content and new collaborators in. I love working with other people. I love working with other creators. It's just so much fun. I've got, you know, gotten to know so many people through my YouTube channel, and I just love it. And I love everyone getting that feeling that anyone can do this, you know. But also it's good to just feel a little bit valid in that, you know, what you're putting out is worthwhile and that people want to watch and that you guys are there, you know. So some feedback would be so much appreciated. My disastrous day started yesterday. You were party to part of the day, but I did a really good job yesterday of doing that whole, yeah, I'm fine, everything's okay, I'm on a really good day, yeah, let's just get on with it, let's do the video, let's do this, look at all these lovely beautiful things that I've made. And I had a horrendous day yesterday, to the point where I'd even messaged my other half in my lunch break, which I never do in work because I don't normally have time. In fact, I don't even know if I did have a break for lunch yesterday, but I think I was in the car and I was just like, it is an awful day, I really just don't want this day. And, you know, he sent me a message back kind of like, look, don't worry about it, whatever's going wrong, you can always fix it tomorrow, don't worry. As it turned out, I couldn't actually fix it today, because what actually happened to me yesterday was that I broke a cooker in work yesterday. I smashed a glass door of a cooker, and I got into work. I hadn't had hardly any sleep. I slept about an hour and a half the night before. I hadn't had hardly any sleep, as I said, and I don't know, I've just been all over the place. I had a couple of days off work last week because my arthritis was in a flare and my ankles are really swollen. They don't look very good. My hands are playing out. It's the weather change, it is. It's you know, usual story. But it's gone really cold here now. And of course, everyone here, we're all trying to keep the heating off, aren't we, as long as we can. And the lights down low. And, you know, we've got this major energy crisis going on. So we've all been a bit loath, really, to kind of dive into autumn. But whether we like it or not, it's here. And my body's been telling me that the last couple of days. So anyway, I get into work and what happened in the morning? I was late. I was running late, and my hairdryer keeps stopping when I'm trying to dry my hair, so that wasn't helpful. So my hair was like slightly damp, and I was just running late getting into work, and I hadn't put my makeup on or anything. I'd like slung that in my work bag and shoved my hair up in like a little pin. And yeah, it was just not a good start. And I got to work and I'd had to park the car on the drive-in work, and I've got a different car now, so I was a little bit nervous about, you know, was it going to fit in the drive-in, because my boot was full of donations that I'd had over the weekend and some stuff from home because we've been sorting. And as I pulled up, then one of my colleagues came out and he was like looking at the car and of course started joking and saying, oh, you know, you can't park there, mind, you know, this is not a parking space. And you know, when you just kind of, I got out my car, you know, when you just kind of give somebody that look, just like, please, just not today. I'm just please not today. I haven't even got the energy to josh and laugh about. I'm just so tired. There's just nothing here. I hadn't even had my breakfast. It was still in my bag. And yeah, my colleague is great and he is so helpful, but he just wasn't reading my expression at all. So kept going on, but yeah, you can't park there, man. And I'm like, I really don't care. I need to empty my boot. So it was a case of my face was saying, you know, either get out of the way or help. And he was just asking me loads of questions about my car, and I was like, oh gosh, it's Monday morning, come on then, you know, like, come on guys, like, let me through the door. And I was in a hurry because I had to go and meet my boss then because we were having a second viewing of the new shop. And we were meeting the estate agent there, so that it was just a lot of dashing around, and I just, you know, you just feel like, oh my goodness, I just feel punch drunk. I'm so tired. So I got into my office, opened my office door, and somebody who has to remain nameless because they haven't owned up, I don't know who it is, but at some point last week when I was off ill, somebody has brought a cooker into my office and has put it in the middle of the office floor. Now, I don't know who it was, because I've asked about, anybody know where this has come from? Why is there a cooker in the middle of my office floor? You know, like one of those integrated ones that goes into the cabinet, a kitchen cabinet? One of those, secondhand. Somebody had obviously asked us to collect it or whatever, or donate it, I don't know. But they'd had to unlock my office, open the door, go past all of the donation stuff that's just like piled up in a huge heap of all of the donations that are literally right outside my office door. So there's a whole room outside my office and it's just full. I'll have to put a photo up and show you all. It's just, oh my gosh, I don't want to go into work at the minute because it's just so, that my office is now messier than my house, and that's saying something, you know. It's just a disaster zone there. So I just can't wait for the shop to open so that I can take the stuff there and, you know, it's done with then, isn't it? You know, it's out the way. But my lovely, what was usually my little boat hole, my lovely office, had not only got all this stuff outside the door now, but had now had this oven placed on the floor in there. So I was like, right, it was just the final straw for me. So I emptied the boot of my car, moved my car out the way. Some of my colleagues came in then, and the girls out of my team, you know, they were like, oh, morning, Mitch, you all right? And I was like, oh, I just look and feel awful. You know, our office was also full of all this other stuff as well, like stock and stuff ready for, because we've got an expo next week, and all that had been dumped in there as well. And I was just like, I just can't work in this environment. I just need a bit of clear space. I need to be able to think. So I went upstairs to see one of my colleagues up there, and she was like, you okay? You know, you look a bit tired, you don't look very with it. And I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm just not having a good day. I'm really tired, didn't sleep very well last night, and I've come in and there's an oven in my office. And she was like, what? I was like, I know. So I said, I'm going to have to take it out. So, you know, clearly they don't want it because they've dumped it in my office, but I'm going to have to get rid of it. You know, we can't sell an oven kind of thing. So when I went downstairs then, like I say, the girls had come in and they were like, you okay? And I was like, no. And I said, I'm in a big hurry because I gotta go meet the boss, and you know, I need to sort this out first, and I gotta empty my boot, but all this is in here. And so the one girl, she's lovely, she said, oh, come on, I'll give you a hand, we'll move it, because she was like, do you think we can lift it? And I'd already dragged it out into the corridor, because I'd kind of done that when I'd opened the door and moved everything out. I was like, I am not sitting here with that on the floor. So I'd already dragged it out myself, and it was in the corridor. And obviously I said, we can't leave that there because we got people coming into the building with sight loss. I don't want them falling over an oven. That wouldn't be very good, would it? So she said, oh, come on, I'll give you a hand. So we picked it up, carried it outside, and we went to put it over by the bins. And I said, oh, we'll give, you know, the scrap man give him a shout, because they're on Facebook around here, you know, the local town group, you put a thing on there, scrap man about, come and pick it up. So I said to her, would you mind finding the local scrap man and ask him to come and pick it up? He can take it and weigh it in. Yeah, we'll do that. So she went to walk off, and I was moving something that was in the way. And then for some bizarre reason, I just decided to drag it forward a bit more. And as I did, I don't know what happened. I must have caught the front of it on something. But if it did, the glass front shattered all over the path, all over my foot, all in my shoe. I was wearing like little daps. And it was just everywhere, as you can imagine. And you know, you just kind of like, I must have blinked because I wasn't even aware of what happened at the time. It was just like, what is that noise? And as I looked down at my feet, it was just like, oh my gosh, I really don't have time to deal with this. So then it was the drama of, well, do we have a dustpan and brush? I had no idea. I've never made a mess here before. So when I found that, picked it all up, put all the glass in the bin, and then the gardener came in, so I quickly had to let him know, be careful because there's glass on the path outside. And he was like, don't worry, we'll sort it out, it's okay, you get going. Jumped in my car, shot off then over, so about, I don't know, 25-minute drive from where our office is. Driving over then, and the girl from the office rang me then. She went, oh, you're never going to believe this, the estate agent has just rung, he's running half an hour late. And I was like, oh, I don't believe this. And I was too near there to turn back. So I had to quickly message my boss and let her know, because she was meeting me there. And of course then, it's the usual thing then. It was freezing cold. I'd left the house in a hurry, not dressed properly. And I got there, realised I hadn't brought a coat. It was starting to rain, and I had like this really thin cardigan on, and I was busting for the loo. So I was like, right, well, I'll nip into the shops. There's bound to be a toilet in the shops. Well, as it is, you get out the car, freezing cold, run in the first shop, no toilet. So I drive then all the way to the other end of town, use the loo, and all I really wanted was a hot drink. I had a sore throat. That's what I was feeling grouchy about as well. I had a really sore throat yesterday morning because I'd done a COVID test before I went in, just to make sure, because obviously we're we deal with people with health and everything, and then some of our staff are in the hospitals, so you don't want to go taking germs and things in unnecessarily. But no, that was all okay. But yeah, so I was just feeling really sorry for myself, and then of course was busting for the loo. Didn't have time to get a drink. Anyway, finally get to the shop, did all that, got back, and it was just full pelt. I literally didn't even have time to make a cup of tea. And my one colleague had some bad news with a family member, so I was like trying to get that sorted out for her, and so I've heard a bit of time off and go and sort things out. And then it was straight into another meeting, and to the point where I ate my sandwich sitting in the manager's meeting, and then came out of that meeting, and then what did I have to do then? There's something else I had to go and sort that out quickly as well, because we've got interviews. We're interviewing people tomorrow, and it was, and then when you kind of like stop, and then I suddenly realised I'm absolutely freezing cold. It's really cold here. So, but obviously by that time it was like too late to do anything about it. I didn't have a jacket or anything with me to put on. I can't even remember what I was wearing yesterday. I must have had a pair of trousers on or something, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I definitely did. Oh, I did. I remember now. I did have a pair. They were only like thin summery trousers on, but you just really hate being cold. It's not good then, is it? No. So yeah, that was kind of like yesterday's disastrous day. I got in then, and the house was freezing. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happened. We're going to have to put the heating on. Can't stick it anymore. My ear had been hurting all the way home. So I was just like full on feeling sorry for myself then. And then I just sat there and thought, oh, well, actually, I'm going to go and do some crafting because I've got to get this journal finished. We got to get on to the next month's kind of projects. So I did actually have a rather lovely hour or two then crafting, and that miraculously chilled me out. And then I actually went to bed and slept because I do this kind of thing where my other half goes up to bed quite early because he gets up very early. And then he'd be like, oh, what are you doing? You staying up? And I'll be up in a minute, love. Yeah, it won't be long. And then I find myself sitting there. I no idea what's on the TV because I'm not watching the telly. I'm usually working on my laptop. And then I just drift off, and then not to sleep. I'm just, not thinking, and I'm doing stuff on the laptop or whatever. And then before I know it, it's like 11:30. And then it's like, oh, I should have gone and done this. I should have gone and done that. And then you think, and then it's ridiculous because sometimes hours go, and it's like sometimes I come around and look at the time, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's 2:10. What am I still doing up? But I didn't do that last night. I dragged myself upstairs, showered, got into bed, and shivered in the water because it was so cold. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how cold it's gone. It's like literally we were in a heat wave, I don't know, weeks ago, not even weeks ago, days ago it feels like. And now it's just cold all the time. I don't like it. I really don't like the cold. It just stops everything, doesn't it? And I just think, oh my goodness, it's not even lacking sunlight at the minute, and I'm already feeling like, no. I think I might stitch that down on the eye. I don't know, what do you think? So yeah, yesterday was a bit of a non-starter, and then this morning didn't really improve much either. Even though I did have a good night's sleep, I struggle to get up when it's cold, and I got up and I was thinking, oh, my son had hurt his leg yesterday because somebody stood on his leg in football and cut all his leg with his studs. And I thought, oh, I'll see if he wants to have a lift. So I came down and I was like, do you want to lift to school today? And he was like, well, if it's not going to be too much of a bother. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just go up and quickly dry my hair and do the dinner and what have you. So, of course, then I go upstairs to try and quickly dry my hair. I can't find a comb anywhere. And I mean, I've got quite long hair. This is the bottom of my plait. And but it gets quite tangly, and because of my injections that I have, it does tend to break and fall out. So I have to use like a wide tooth comb. And do you think I can find it anywhere? Now, I lost it last week and then found I'd left it at Mum's. Don't ask, it's ridiculous. I've lost my scissors. Mum, are my scissors at your house? My white normal scissors, you know, my nice ones, because I can't find them. And the last time I remember having them was on the windowsill at Mum's house, and Mum saying, your scissors are on that landing. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I haven't been able to find them since. So if you've seen them, Mum, let me know. But comb, lost the comb again now. Couldn't find a comb to comb my hair this morning. So I'm now wasting time now running around the house looking for a blinking comb with a wide enough tooth that I can just de-knot my hair so I can quickly dry it. It was ridiculous. Couldn't find one anyway. So it took me a good 5 minutes then to kind of like work out, just because it was wet, you know, my hair's not like overly knotty, but obviously didn't want to like yank it out. Tip it upside down, blast it dry, halfway through drying my hair. So this whole head, this half of the head, this side was drying lovely. Hairdryer stopped working. Again. So of course this isn't the first time it's happened obviously, and I just keep forgetting I need to replace it. So I have this habit of where I click the thing down and then usually just chuck it in the pile of socks that are on the side, which I obviously did this morning by, you know, because you just do things, don't you, sometimes. But I couldn't remember doing that. So forwarding later then to my journey into work, I finally got downstairs, rushed, got the little one to school. Oh, he's not little, he's 12, but got him down to school just in the nick of time. I thought, right, take a breath. And then start driving down to work, thinking to myself, oh, I'm going to be nice and early for work. I haven't had my breakfast, but I got it with me. That's fine. I'll have it when I get in. And then I'd hit like this most ridiculous pile of traffic. They're doing roadworks now down in the town centre where I work. And there's just no other roads. Whatever road you take, you have to go via these roads. And I got stuck in traffic. And the journey that normally takes me 3.5, maybe 4 minutes, 5 tops, if there's a little bit of traffic, took me 40 minutes this morning, and I was just stuck in gridlock traffic. Halfway through being stuck in the gridlock traffic, I then have panic thinking, oh my gosh, did I turn off the hairdryer? And you just have that moment and you're just like, I can't remember. I just cannot remember if I switched the hairdryer off. I should go back. Shall I go back? Well, obviously I couldn't go back. I couldn't turn around. I couldn't even get into it. There was no, we were just stuck on this residential road. Of course, it was school time and all the traffic and everything else. And there was nowhere to go. So I just had no choice but to just sit there and think, I must have turned it off. To the point where I'd even convinced myself that had I not turned it off and it had come back on by some miracle by now, the house would already have caught fire. And I was only down the road from the fire station. And I'd have heard them dispatching the fire engine. So that was kind of the conclusion I had to come to this morning, to allow myself to switch off and not panic. Isn't that ridiculous? Why do we get so forgetful? I don't know. But yeah, so that was like, I wasn't even in work, and that was kind of where I was at. And then, of course, this morning, because I was so warm, messing about with the hairdryer, I then put all the wrong clothes on again. I don't know how I managed a summer dress and a thin cardigan. And by the time I got into work, my car was really cold. I was shivering and cold, and then walked into work and it was cold. And there was nobody there. So I was about 5 minutes late, and it was like a full 20 minutes before the next person came in. And I don't know, it's just a crazy morning. It wasn't too bad then today. It was just really cold and miserable there. But I don't know, you just think, oh my goodness. So I wanted all day to just come home and do some crafting. Then I get in from work and I'm too tired to craft. And end up then crashing on the sofa for an hour, trying to warm up. And then I just go out to put tea on, thinking, right, I'm going to go and do a bit now before tea. And then put the peas in the freezer. Can't shut the freezer door properly, so open it back up. I don't know what it is with peas. Peas hate me. And then the bag of peas starts to tip out all over the floor. Well, of course, you go to catch one and they were everywhere. So there was basically an entire bag of garden peas, frozen garden peas, ended up then carpeting my kitchen floor. And I just thought, do you know what? It's a disaster today. It's just a disaster. So what can I do about it? Well, now we know what we need to do when we have a disaster day, is to come and do some crafting, because clearly I now feel an awful lot calmer. You lot have all had an earful. I do apologise. This is the second time this week I've had to like just literally offload from stress. But it's not really stress. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's not good, is it? It's not good. But thank goodness we got our crafting here. So guys, I think the long and the short of it is, in order for us to do the things that we get some kind of benefit from, and I'll be completely honest with you, the benefit that I get from making my videos and from my crafting is it's this kind of you know, you, me kind of thing, the interaction, the comradeship, maybe, the I can't get my words out, the like-mindedness. That's the benefit, because there isn't any other benefit. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time editing. My videos are going to be a bit sloppy now of late because I just want to get them out, because I'm taking so long editing. I don't get any content done, and that's not good. So I'm just trying to kind of get out of my head at the moment. And that's going to be harder and harder now as winter comes in, because it's not my time of year. It's not my season. But yeah, I need you to interact with me. I need you to tell me if what I'm putting out is not worthy of watching, and if you want to see something else. If you're not interested, that's fine. I'll just stop making videos. But it is just not it's not motivating putting out videos and not getting any kind of feedback. And I don't know, like I say, my views are dropping, they're not getting shared. I'm just disappearing now on YouTube, and it is a bit disheartening, because I'm literally so close to 10,000 subscribers. It was almost, I was due to start a big giveaway thing today. I'm about to launch, I may as well tell you, a giveaway, a 10 giveaway, and I was going to do 10 videos with 10 different prizes to get us up to the 10k. And you know, not one every day. It'll be a case of when they go on, it'll be the next one, but it'll probably run over a space of 2 weeks. But there'll be a prize for every video, and you know, it would explain in the video what you need to do to enter. But you'll have 10 different chances to enter giveaways. And I just thought, yeah, because you guys have been great. You're here. You follow with the collaborations, and I just love doing stuff for all of you. But I was thinking today, is there going to be any point, because nobody's watching the video, so I didn't want to go doing all of that, creating all that content, making all those things for the giveaway, and then nobody taking part. So please talk to me. Please tell me if it's worth me carrying on. Please tell me if our Etsy shop's the same. We've just like, it's just zzz. We've had like just nothing, no interaction. I haven't made and put a journal up for ages because they just weren't selling. So I've got 3 beautiful journals up on my shelf. And I haven't got the confidence to list them now, because I feel like nobody wants them. So they've just stayed on my shelf, being enjoyed by me for now. But yeah, just give us a bit of feedback, give us a nod. There's a new swap gone on in the group. I've just put that on for you all. I thought it was time we did a journal swap. It's been a while, girls, and we did love them. And now that the post has calmed back down, you know, we don't have to post internationally. You can just post in your countries. Make sure you put in the group what country you want to post to and where you're from, so I can sort the list out. You've got 3 weeks to create an autumn or fall journal. Now, for most of you that have been following along this month, you should be ahead of the game and have most of it already done. Because obviously that's why I've done it the way I have. We've done fall a month early, really. Normally do it in October, don't we? But I've done it this month so that you've got stuff ready. So you should have loads of your lovely ephemera done if you've been doing all of the different tutorials with Rose. And you should have something there that's pretty much ready to go. So yeah, let's do a journal. I love a journal swap. I think they're great. I really miss them. I did stop for a long time. In fact, I think the last one was a year ago, because I was let down a couple of times, and it gets a bit demoralising then, doesn't it? But you know, we're not gonna have any of that. Everybody's gonna do their bit and play their part, and yeah. So let's if you know, sign up for the events. Go and see what's going on in the group. Post some of your work, what you're doing in the group. Share with everybody some of your projects. It doesn't gotta be something new. Post something old. But just be nice to see you all encouraging each other on there too. And yeah, just knowing whether or not you know, you want us to carry on and to continue doing what we're doing. We've got our membership scheme on the coffee page. You know, with the membership scheme, it's different tiers. With some of them, you'll get freebie digitals every month, and an opportunity to, you know, send us messages and, you know, have some input into what you want us to make and do. And then if you do the big tier one, you get a full free kit every month. So, you know, if you are in the full tier membership on there, do remember that, mind, before you buy, when I release the monthly kit, make sure you check your inbox, because I will have sent it to you guys, because this comes as part of your membership, so don't go buying it again as well. I did refund somebody last month, bless her, because she was so loyal and supporting us. As soon as I put the kit out, she'd gone and bought it. I was like, well, I've already sent it to you. Don't worry about it. You've got it. It's part of your membership. So yeah, just, you know, just to be aware of that. But yeah, just some feedback would be really good, guys. It's been a hard couple of months, and, you know, it's just nice to have a bit of support. So hopefully next time you join me for my next video that I shall hopefully get up, this beautiful journal will be finished and we'll be ready to go into the Etsy shop, because I really want to be able to get that out there and just try and get back into it. I love this journal. I think it is beautiful, and I'm feeling confident about this one, and I feel that yeah, I'm ready to share that one with you guys. So yeah, just be good, look after each other. Please pray for those ladies that are in Florida. They are expecting a huge hurricane, and I'm quite worried about them. So just remember them, check in with the guys that you know that are there, and if you are there, we are sending you our love and we are thinking of you, and please be sure to just check in with us after and let us know that you're okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna get this done. I didn't want it to be too long, but yeah, so sorry it's been a bit of a meh video tonight, but I don't know, sometimes we just get a bit tired of putting on the face, don't we? And it's keeping it real. I'll be back with you soon, guys. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you very soon. Bye now.